Hey everyone, happy meal plan day, which is happy Wednesday. I just got home from work, and one of the things I love about the meal plans is even though it just came out today, I already have the ingredients, like all of the ingredients I need to make one of the meals tonight. So that's what I'm gonna make. And it's the nacho mac from this week's meal plan that just came out today. It's the July 26th meal plan if you end up finding this video later. But it's the nacho mac, and I literally just came home. The only thing I did was I put a pot of water on boil while I was getting my laptop. So I'm actually going to do everything from scratch, including even getting my ingredients, just so you can see how fast and how easy these meals are. And like I said, I didn't go to the grocery store or anything. I just downloaded my meal plan and just happened to have the ingredients to make this recipe, which happens for me every week because it's all normal stuff I always have on hand. So with that being said, I'm going to slide my laptop on down so you guys can get a little bit better of a view, but I have to back you up because I got to get into my pantry. Okay. So I'm just going to get all my ingredients down. Let's see, what else am I going to need? Probably some spices. Over. Oh, hi. Thanks for the thumbs up and loves. I love you too. I think that's all I need. Oh, no, missing one more thing. Now that I have all my stuff that I hope I got it all now, slide you on by. Oh, thanks for all the likes and loves. All right, so as I mentioned, I had started boiling my water while I was getting my laptop out, so that's already ready to go. And I'm just going to put my pasta in. I have to give a shout out to this brand by Trader Joe's. Their brown rice and quinoa pasta. They make these little shape ones in spaghetti. It's the best pasta I've ever had, ever. And my husband, who normally does not like pasta that's been reheated, loves this stuff. So I can't recommend it enough. Oh, thanks for all. Okay. So while my pasta is going to do its thing, I'm going to make my sauce. And so I'm making my sauce from scratch, but as you'll see, it's still going to be really fast in no time. Oh, forgot my soy milk. Which is actually not soy milk. I use the unsweetened almond breeze. Oh, and just FYI, a lot of times I accidentally buy vanilla because they don't always pay the most attention at the store, and I still use it in recipes. I don't think you can taste it. So there's my secret between us. You guys. And this is so easy. This is my queso sauce. If you have any of my cookbooks, you know this sauce. And I call it quick queso in all my cookbooks. And I love it. And it's so easy and it's so fast. I actually think the quick queso might even be on the blog. So if you don't have this meal plan or one of my cookbooks, you can totally get the recipe on the blog. Getting all my measurements out. And I think I mentioned in the last video, I'm so happy that Trader Joe's has nutritional yeast, and I hope they continue to have it. Oh, you know, when I first was vegan, I thought nutritional yeast was super gross, and I didn't like it. I think it's definitely an acquired taste, but now I just smell it, and I love it, and I want to eat it. I need my cornstarch. And if you are allergic to cornstarch or corn or whatever, you could use flour or arrowroot. Not a big deal there. Let's see. what else is on here. Normally I have this taped up on my cabinet to make it easy for me, but I just wanted to get going tonight. I'm hungry, hungry, hungry. My husband's hungry, hungry, hungry. And I'm not a huge measurer. When I first started cooking, I measured everything like it was an exact science. And now I'm just kind of like, whatever, more or less of a spice isn't going to make or break a dish, unless it's a hot spice. Then don't be so generous with that. And I just kind of try to make it intuitive. If I really feel like more onion, I'll add more onion. If I feel like I really like garlic, or my husband actually really likes garlic, I'll just do more. It's just... Except for like spicy stuff like ginger or hot sauce or cayenne pepper or salt, you don't need to worry about having a heavy hand. And if you tend to think things are bland, or you're coming off of a diet of like cheeseburgers and donuts like I was when I first started eating this way, you know, being heavy-handed can actually be a blessing, because you're, you know, having to like deal with some very desensitized taste buds until they heal. And then turmeric is my favorite. It's like cooking with, it's like paint cooking. It makes everything yellow, so it's a lot like paint. That one you don't want to be heavy-handed with, or you're going to end up with like some neon-colored stuff. All right, so all I have to do now is whisk this stuff together, and then once it's nice and thick, I get to pour it on my pasta, and I'm done. So the worst part of it is just waiting for the pasta to be done cooking. Just going to whisk this together. But that will give me a chance to clean up after myself and talk to you guys. So it's fun. Normally, if I wasn't talking to you while I was waiting for my pasta to boil, I would just fold some laundry, because I did that. This morning I threw a load in before I left. So now that that's going, I can... I think I have another top. Check on my pasta while I'm over here. One thing, a lot of times I'll add a can of green chilies to something like this, just to like spice it up a little bit. And I am going to add salsa, because that's what the recipe calls for, but I do that at the end. There's miso in this recipe. I know everyone's always asking about miso. Here's one of the brands that I buy. I've actually been finding it at all supermarkets now. Pretty much every supermarket I go to, whether it's a Vons or a Kroger, they have it. Of course, health food stores have it. Asian supermarkets have it. It lasts forever. It's worth the investment. I mean, mine's a year old, I think, at this point. It doesn't really go bad. And this is a chickpea one instead of a soy-based one. I got this one to be safe for when I have guests that are soy-free. So there are soy-free options. This isn't the only brand. There are many brands. Just Google chickpea miso and you'll find it. So while that's hanging out, I'm just waiting for everything to cook at this point. So what I would normally do now is I would just clean up after myself. I put all of my things in the dishwasher. So when it comes time to eat, I can just eat, put everything away. Or like I said, I would be folding laundry if I wasn't talking to you guys. It just makes life a little bit easier to multitask like this. So let's just get all this stuff away. And I get it. I worked all day today too. I'm pooped. I'm tired. I don't want to cook all night, which is why I love these recipes. They're all just so super duper fast, and they use normal ingredients that I always have. It's just, it makes my life so much easier. And of course, I'm a huge fan of cooking on the weekend, but that's not always an option, so that's when this stuff comes in handy. All right, so one thing too that I could do, so sometimes what I'll do while I'm waiting for something to cook is I will, like I said, fold laundry, because laundry never ends, is I will also sometimes prep our lunch for tomorrow. So a lot of times, like right now, if we're going to have carrots or something, I'll just chop it and put it together. Or if tomorrow's dinner hasn't already been made, then I will sometimes prep while I'm just waiting, because I'm just sitting here waiting for this to be done. It's like, come on, pasta. Who hasn't invented the 1-minute pasta yet? We got 1-minute rice. Can we get some 1-minute pasta? So I'll just, like I said, sometimes I'll prep. I'll chop something. I'll look for a vegetable I can throw at this dish. So for this one, for example, I would throw in, if it was me, just me eating it, I would throw in like some bell peppers, like some frozen bell peppers to kind of bulk it up because I like to make my pasta dishes a little bit lighter with vegetables. I sometimes will throw like cherry tomatoes from the garden in if I grew any that year, but you know, I'm always looking for something to throw in. This dish also calls for beans, so like right now I would be normally draining and rinsing them, but my husband's eating this and he can't have black beans, so we're not going to have black beans with it tonight. But, you know, I think I have a green onion and that would make a nice garnish. I'm always looking to use up the last of my stuff. So, let me see if that's true. Aha, success. And I also found asparagus while I was in there, so I'll prep that because I need that for tomorrow. Might as well trim it, so... Like I said, just looking for something to do while I wait for my pasta. Oh, thanks for all the thumbs up and love. You guys are the best. Okay. By the way, I hated onions, but I made myself eat them every single day, and now I love them, and I can't imagine a meal without them. So, if you have food aversions, you can work through it, I promise. I definitely did. And I mean, I was the pickiest eater on the planet until I went vegan, and now I eat all kinds of cuisines and ingredients I swore I never would. Like, I hated onions, I hated mushrooms, I hated pretty much all vegetables and all beans, and when someone told me the word hummus for the first time, I was like, ew, gross, what is that? I love hummus. In fact, I'm probably addicted to hummus. I love it so much, like, I want it every day. I'm like, I love hummus. Oh, I think my sauce is done, so, yep, sauce. Oh, it smells so good. So there's my queso. Woo, queso, yummy. Let me add my miso before I forget. I think my pasta's almost done too. So I'm done, and I'm going to get to go have dinner, and you guys are going to get to be jealous. By the way, I always add my miso at the end. I find it just kind of, I think you're supposed to for the probiotic reasons, but I like it at the end too. And because I put my whisk in the sink and I only have one, I'm just going to use my fork as my whisk. And you can see it's a really cheesy, creamy, delicious, wonderful, yummy. Oh, I love this queso. I still need to add my salsa. So you can see it's just so lovely. Oh, by the way, I always get this question, and I almost hate to talk about it as I'm making food, but people are like, does anyone else get bright yellow pea after they eat nutritional yeast? Yes, everybody does. That's totally normal. Let me see. Oh, the pasta is done. So another thing I do with my pasta is I always save my pasta water in case I need to cream up my sauce a little bit. So let's go dump this out. And I always rinse my pasta too to stop it from cooking still, but I still leave it a little warm. I just get some of that hotness off. See, beautiful pasta. So I put it right back in the pot. Don't need to dirty anything else. So now I'm just going to add my cheese and my salsa and the green onions that I just chopped, and I'm going to be ready for my dinner. All right, here we go. Doesn't it? I mean, oh, you guys can't see it. And it looks, it reminds me so much of Velveeta, but it's obviously so much healthier. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so hungry. I can't wait to eat dinner. Alrighty. And like you can see, it's just so creamy. Look how beautiful and creamy that is. Alright, so now that that's all here, I'm going to add my salsa. Hopefully I'll be able to get the salsa open. Otherwise, I'll be waiting for my husband to walk in the door to open it for me. Nope, my hands are too wet. Okay, lesson of the day. Open your jars before you get your hands wet. Ah, success. Vegan strength. Okay. Ta-da! All right, my dinner is ready. I'm going to garnish my plate with my green onions, but thank you for joining me while I cooked my dinner. I hope this inspired you to cook yours. This was the Nacho Mac from the meal plan that came out today, which is the July 26th meal plan. You can learn more and sample some recipes for free at getmealplans.com. I hope you enjoy. Thank you for joining on all the loves and, let me see what you say. Oh, thank you guys for all the tips on how to open my jar. I'm glad we were able to do that together. I ended up banging it on the floor, which somebody said, and so lots of good tips in the video for how to open it. But yeah, so here I am with my, you guys should be jealous. This is going to be so good. All right, have a good night. Make your dinners.